How y'all doing on this good Sunday, man? Welcome to the Tyriel show. I'm back. I am back. Yeah, I end up, I end up having some things happen, right? Minor setback, but it's always good to make a major comeback. So, but yeah, I do apologize for that situation. But we back today. We gonna do, the biggest fight in boxing in my eyes for the last 10 years, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just seen Ryan Garcia versus Tank, but in my personal opinion, like, I kind of knew how that fight was going to turn out. Like, matter of fact, I made a couple $100 on that fight because I said that Tank was going to stop him by the 7th round. Because I knew that the experience and the smartness of Gervonta Tank Davis was going to be too much for, honestly, he kind of too much for any of them 135 fighters. In my opinion, I think he's too smart for them. It's not always about how athletic you are, because I'm telling you, a lot of these fighters is using pure athleticism to beat everybody, which works when, you know what I mean, when you're, a great fighter with some superior athleticism. But that shit is only gonna work for so long. You gotta be able to, because when you run into somebody who can do that shit the same way you can, you gotta be smart. You know what I mean? It's a chess match at the end of the day. In boxing, I always favor the fighter who has the better mind, right? Who's making the in-ring adjustments, because like the greatest fighters, like, that's probably one of the biggest reasons why Floyd was so good for so long, is just because his mind has a beautiful boxing mind. And you seen it when he was fighting guys that was hella younger than him, but very, 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 very athletic. He was able to outsmart them, and that's just because with being in the sport that long comes wisdom. So, like, you can't always, like, in boxing, you should never just be focused on, like, who's athletically good. Damn, got, like, glowing part. Sun was on my camera. But, like, you should never favor that. What you should favor is the smarter person, the person who can make in-ring adjustments. Now, in this fight, the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight, here's the crazy part. For me, it's almost like it's a true 140-pounder fighting a true 154-pounder, right? So we know that Terrence Crawford was a 140 fighter, and he jumped up to 47, and he beat some elite 147 fighters, right? But here's the thing, is that Errol is a 154 fighter in my mind. Everybody always say he's the weight bully, right? He's a bigger, stronger 47 fighter. But to me, he's said it in so many interviews that he's too big for 47. He's tired of making that weight. So to me, the only weight class above that, well, the next one is 154, which is junior middleweight. Junior middleweight. So my thing is, you got both these fighters coming together to meet at 47, which is the medium, right? That's my thing. So, I mean, watching both of them, I mean, they really can beat each other. Like, that's my personal opinion. But I think that there's only been, like, in my lifetime, I only seen really one fight. I mean, I know there's multiple fighters that have moved up and been champions, but they also eventually lost. It was only one fighter I saw, in my personal opinion, that was able to stay undefeated and move up. But I don't know if he went past 154. Was Floyd Mayweather, right? And so the last great fighter I saw that tried to move up, he caught that L, and that was Canelo Alvarez. He tried to move up and beat Dimitri Bivol. And man, like, if you ask me personally, Canelo is the better boxer. But I'm telling you, when you move up in weight, them damn punches hit different. And you will learn a lesson. Most cases, the bigger guy always win. So that's my take. So also, I feel like they both fought Porter. They both fought what's the British cat name? Kell Brooks. But to me, I feel as though Errol had the harder task with both of them, simply because Errol fought Porter and Kell Brook when they were champions, and also he fought Kell Brook. I think he definitely got the better Kell Brook, because Kell Brook, nobody could beat him at the time, and he made Errol go to the UK and fight him in front of his home country, his own country, right, in front of his own countrymen. And he beat the odds. So I got him. I feel like, he got the better version of Kell Brook and took his belt. So that's that. Porter, I feel like, again, that's another fight. They both beat Porter. People say Crawford beat Porter in a more spectacular way, right? And I agree. But I also agree with Errol, though. I feel like Errol fought Porter when Porter was a champion. To me, that means he was the better guy. And I think he fought Porter, like, they didn't fight Porter back to back. They fought Porter like a few years. He fought Porter like maybe a year or two later, or maybe even more. I can't remember. But I'm just saying, like, that's my this glare is fucking up my camera. That's my personal opinion. I think that Errol might have fought them guys at a better time. And also, man, I'm gonna say this though. I definitely am an Errol fan, but I know Crawford is dangerous simply because I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I used to watch Floyd fights all the time, and I used to go to my sister's boyfriend's house, and we used to watch it all the time. And I remember this is when Floyd and 50 had split. I guess they was saying they ain't friends no more. And they used to just, troll each other or whatever. I remember 50 Cent saying, Floyd was scared of Gamboa. I didn't know who the fuck Gamboa was. So I did my research and I said, okay, this dude's nice. He got fast hands, he's disciplined, he got good defense. So on one of Floyd's cards, I forget what card it was, but Crawford fought Gamboa on the undercard. And I didn't know who Crawford was. Man, let me tell y'all something. Me and him was just like, yeah, Gamboa, yeah, he gonna win this fight. Man, Crawford went in there and walked the dogs on this dude, man. So, I do know who Crawford is, and I don't have nothing against Crawford. But what I will say is, he gonna have his hand full. And they both are, but I feel like he gonna have his hands a little bit more full because he's gonna have to box. He's gonna have to do that, and at times in the fight he's gonna have to fight. He ain't gonna be able to just box the whole time because Errol is, I'm telling you, he is a machine. This dude, it's non-stop pressure, bro. Just think about a bigger dude constantly cutting off the ring for 12 rounds. He don't get tired, so it's not a situation to where he throws and get tired. He's a good body puncher, right? Probably the best in boxing right now. And he's big, and he's got decent speed, and he's got a hell of a lot of power. The last fight I saw him fight was against Ugas, right? And the reason he fought Ugas is because Manny Pacquiao had lost the WBA belt to Ugas because he was supposed to fight Errol Spence, but due to Errol pulling out the fight because of a detached retina, the doctors didn't clear him. He had to fight Yordenis Ugas last minute. Yordenis Ugas, I was like, man, yeah, Pacquiao gonna beat him because the last minute Pacquiao lost the fight, so therefore we had Errol Spence versus Ugas. Now, Errol Spence beat Ugas. And not only did he beat him, I mean, man, he another orbital bone injury, broke his eye, broke his nose, and broke his ribs. So I'm just telling you, man. And on top of it, even though it was in the amateurs, Jordanis Ugas beat Terrence Crawford. In the amateurs, he beat him. Some people say he beat him twice, but I don't know about that. I know he beat him once. But again, that's amateurs. That man was, and he's way better. Obviously, he's way better. He's a pro. He's way better than he was back then. So, but yeah, he did lose to Jordanis Ugas. And on top of it, Errol, they both dealt with some crazy stuff in their lives to where they always had to overcome adversity. So to me, it could go either way. But if I was a betting man, I'm definitely betting on Errol to win that fight. Split decision draw, maybe. Maybe draw though. I don't know. People say, and if it's unanimous, I think Errol wins by 1 or 2 points. Because even in the contract, I'm hearing that they might have a trilogy, right? So even if whoever wins this first fight in July on the 29th, they got a rematch clause. So boom, you never know, that person might lose the second fight and then they got a third one. So we don't know, man. All we can do is speculate. But I do say it can go either way. But I'm leaning towards Errol Spence, bro, just simply because, non-stop pressure, a better body puncher, known to break people down physically and mentally, bro. And he's not just doing it in spurts. I mean, he's cutting off the ring round 1 through round 12. I mean, on anybody. So I think I got him, just breaking Bud down, just round after round after round. But who knows? Maybe Errol comes in and get caught, because we all know Crawford is a great boxer and he can switch. He's a orthodox and southpaw fighter. So, I mean, you just never know. I mean, but man, I just feel like he's gonna have a very, very hard time trying to have his way with Errol, because Errol's is, I ain't seen nobody bring pressure like that in years, man. I mean, and it's nonstop. And before I go, I forgot to mention this too. He, out of both of them, he is the only one that ever sparred Floyd Mayweather Jr. And not only did he spar him, it's been said, you can go on YouTube anywhere, they'll tell you, he gave Floyd a run for his money in sparring. I mean, to the point he tells him, right after they sparred the first session, I guess Floyd was, saying some shit, talking shit to him, and he told Floyd, okay, let's spar again and turn off the fucking clock. So when somebody telling the GOAT to really turn off the clock in the sparring match, that means, in my eyes, that means he giving you good ass work as the GOAT, you know what I mean? As the guy who never lost a fight. So if he, even though it's sparring, I don't care. If he's seen Floyd, to me that's enough to tell me that he might be able to be ready for anything Crawford got. But again, that was years ago, so we never know. But if I'm a betting man, all those different things that I'm telling y'all, bro, I gotta go with Errol. Like, it's just that simple. Like, shit. That's my opinion. But again, it can be 50-50. So that's my prediction, man. I don't know if it's gonna be unanimous, draw, or split, but I would say I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw or split, or it's a close ass unanimous decision. All right, that's my take on the fight. All right, welcome to the Tyriel show. If you disagree or whatever the case may be, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm out. Peace.